Sims, and we are back with more Color X Malice in Yanagi's route. That's all I have to say about that. Anyway, um, uh, so we were just leaving work after getting all of those new files, because now we're part of investigations, but not really an investigation, but SRCPO in investigations, and I don't know if that's suspicious or not. Everything is suspicious. Everyone is suspicious. Everything is suspicious. But anyway, um, I noticed a new text and fished my phone out of my coat pocket. I'd gotten out of work early today, so I'd already left the station. As soon as I left work, I had sent a text to Yanagi updating him on the situation. He was probably responding to that. Off doing something crazy again. Anyway, come tell me about it. I'm in the park from yesterday's case. I could practically hear his exasperation. Okay, I'll be right there. I sent a quick reply and headed to the park that Yanagi indicated. Hey. Sorry to keep you. What are you doing here again? The park Yanagi had come to was the site of yesterday's incident. The investigators had all left, although the area was still under a police cordon. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Oop. I know what a police cordon is, but like... Cordon. During crimes or when emergencies and disasters occur, the police will set up an emergency blockade in certain sections to prevent people from entering in order to keep them safe and preserve evidence. I saw that and I was like, and then I don't know, anyway. We came here yesterday too. I thought you'd finished examining the scene. Oh, you came here yesterday too. I was like, huh? This isn't exactly an examination. I tried reconstructing the criminal's thoughts. The criminals? That's what profilers do, right? And I guess that's what Saraishi does too. I've heard you say that when someone does that, there's danger of empathizing too heavily with the suspects. That would never happen to Saraishi. He views it all as somebody else's problem. He can easily become someone else. He compartmentalizes the two sets of emotions. That's part of why profiling suits him so well. I see. I felt like there was implications in what Yanagi said. It sounded self-deprecating. Maybe he thinks that he himself empathizes too deeply with criminals? Of course, I couldn't ask him about that. Instead, I chose to bring up something else I had just thought of. I'm surprised that you and Saraishi get along so well. Yeah, I've known Saraishi since I was new to the police force. I've grown accustomed to his temperament. Come to think of it, he might be the friend I've had the longest. That's a surprise. Somehow I thought you two were complete opposites. It felt to me like you didn't know each other very well, despite you two being friends for such a long time. It might look that way from the outside. Yanagi chuckled at my opinion. I rarely saw this side of him. He seemed to be enjoying himself. But we're alike in some ways. Huh? Haven't you ever thought that? I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing any way you two are alike. Yeah, I guess it could seem that way. You're not fond of Saraishi, are you? Guilty. I still don't know much about him, but I can never tell what he's thinking. Well, he's odd, but he's just awkward. He's not so unlikable once you get used to him. Awkward? I had trouble just accepting that. That didn't seem like the right word for him, though it is true. But Yanagi had known Saraishi much longer than I had. I didn't know all that much about Saraishi. I didn't know Yanagi that well either. More importantly, what's all this about you joining Investigations HQ? Is that true? I didn't exactly join them, per se. We just decided to ask if we could help, and they assigned us to the team for some reason. But now, I can finally get the newest, most detailed intel from headquarters. Though it seems that the price for that is that Morioka is keeping a sharp eye on us, I'll have to move carefully from now on. I'll do my best to gather information and support your investigation. I had to be more careful now, but the situation certainly wasn't bad. If I had access to information in real time, that would definitely be of help to the team. Yanagi had a slight dour expression when he saw how fired up I was. Hoshino, you're not forcing this, are you? Eh? I know that you're anxious to pitch in, but you'll lose sight of things if you force the issue. I knew that I was trying a little too hard, but it was painful to hear it said out loud. It all started last night. So far, I've been focusing on my work and ignoring my little brother. Even if he hates me, he's still my brother. I want to do whatever I can to protect him. But Kazuki is human too, and unlike me, he has aspirations for the future. I realize that I can't just protect him while the world around him isn't in peace. I've just come to grasp that now. As long as Shinjuku is mirrored in chaos, Kazuki will never feel like he's safe, even though I'm protecting him. I see. Yanagi had been listening to me quietly. I was thankful for his patience, but now I felt a little embarrassed. I was pushing myself, but not unreasonably so. I was about to explain that when, Mommy, I want to play in the park! There was a little girl peeking through the park entrance. The child gawked at the empty park with shining eyes. Hey, don't run off alone! Aww! I told you it's dangerous. Are you listening? Do not let go of my hand. Ow! Mommy, that hurts! A woman who appeared to be the girl's mother rushed in and roughly yanked her away. It was a hysterical overreaction, but one that had become the norm in this town. She's so on edge. It didn't even seem like she wanted to take the girl out on a walk. She regretted forever if anything happened, so it was natural that she was so cautious. But they apparently couldn't just stay home. After all, humans are still creatures who are driven to do dumb things out of habit. Come to think of it, I was about the same age as that girl. Hmm? I thought it slipped out while I was thinking about a memory of my childhood. When I was in kindergarten, I used to get along really well with my brother. We held hands and we went everywhere together. But when Kazuki was little, he was much more talented than I ever was. Our parents always spoiled Kazuki and were always complimenting him and never expected anything out of me. It got me pretty down. But things changed around the time I started going to elementary school. Hold. Sorry, drinks. It was when we came to Tokyo as a family. When your family came to Tokyo? You mean you didn't live here yet? Yes, my hometown is Niigata. I think we traveled to Tokyo to visit some relatives. You're not our relatives, are you? That'd be creepy. Sorry. It's not the best. I have wine that like my mom usually drinks, and like ages ago I bought some for her, but she won't drink. What the hell is it? Merlot? Yeah. She won't drink Merlot anymore because it's like too hot in Florida for Merlot. And I'm not a huge fan of it. It's too dry and gross for me. But I had a bottle of champagne, so I mixed it. It's still, the Merlot was still too dry, even with fucking Spumante champagne in there. So I just figured I would try it instead of opening my raspberry beer. It's fucking Thanksgiving, bitches. When I'm recording this anyway. Like, not for you. It's past that for you, but I'm recording this on Thanksgiving, so this is my Thanksgiving celebration. I had one of my delicious fucking Japanese milk cheese cubes. I don't know if I've told you about them before. I feel like I have, but maybe I just keep thinking about it in my head, but they're so fucking good. Like, I bought them, like, I was like, I'm gonna try these, and I don't know why I was thinking it was like cheese, but like, why would you ship cheese to the unit? That would just be gross, like, because it's not gonna be on ice or anything. So I was like, oh, they're like little cake things. I'm like, okay, well, we'll try this, right? My fucking God. It's like like a nice, rich, buttery pound cake and a cheesecake. Just had a fucking love child. It's amazing. It's so thick and rich and there's a cheesecake but it's not like too heavy, and they're small little cubes, but God, I could eat. There's only 6 of them in the box, and I'm like, I just wish I had known what these tasted like before them, because I need more than of this, and I'm trying so hard not to eat more than like one a day. Like, I ate 2 yesterday. Like, they're so good. They're small. They're tiny little, like, they're maybe like 1-inch squares, maybe. So they're not like huge, but I swear to God, if this thing was like a giant, like, here's an entire cake, I just eat the whole fucking thing until I would literally eat it, and I would be like, I'm so full, it hurts, I'm gonna die. But I'd keep eating it. So, but for some reason, I was like, I want a nice glass of like wine or like my raspberry beer or something. I decided to go with the wine champagne route just because I'm like, I've had this bottle of Merlot sitting here for like a fucking year. Like, my mom's not gonna drink it. I'm gonna fucking mix it with my champagne and fuck it. It just never works. I've tried mixing it with Sprite, everything. It's too heavy. You know what I mean? There's just too much. Like, I don't know. But anyway, so, and I threw some like fucking fruit punch in there. trying all sorts of shit to make this not, like, dry and icky. I don't know. I guess I'm just not. I'm not fancy. I can't drink red wine. Okay. I also don't like warm wine. Like, that's fucking disgusting. So call me unclassy and I'll be ghetto as shit and I'll throw ice cubes in my wine. Don't even. Like, red wine's supposed to be, you're supposed to drink it warm. You know, fuck you. I'll be ghetto. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna roll my shit out like, okay. Drink wine out of my fucking box. Even though that's actually, like, wine in a box supposedly better. Even though, like, whatever. Like my $3 bottle of wine, okay? I lie. I like my $11 bottle of beer. Like, that's as classy as I get. I'm like, shit, that's expensive. I like my Andre Spumante fucking $6 bottle of champagne. Who needs a $200 bottle of champagne? The $6 shit gets you just as fucking drunk, just as fucking fast. And you can drink 3 times as much because you have a lot more fucking money left over. Woo! Anyway. Then I think we got caught up in some kind of incident. Huh. Caught up in an incident. Well, I say that, but my childhood memories of it are kind of sketchy. This is where we met Yanagi, but how does he remember us from, like, being a child? All I really remember is that I was really scared. I see. And the fear I felt was so powerful that it left behind strong memories. I thought I had always remembered it all, but just now I recalled certain portions of the experience that had faded. When it was over, I made it safely back to my family, though it turned out they hadn't really missed me. Kazuki hugged me while bawling. He held me so tight while the tears flooded. I'll never forget how Kazuki was that day. And that's when I decided I had to get it together. I was Kazuki's big sister, so I didn't have the luxury of sulking through life. I wonder if, he's like, you didn't live here then, but he remembers us. But we were like a kid. So that was like, what were we, like, maybe 5? And like, what is he, like 28? Maybe, and we're like maybe 20. He's like 5 years older than us, max. So like, he would have been like a teenager then. If we were like, well, okay, if we were like 5 or 6, he would have been 10 or 11. Okay, no, I was thinking we were like 8, but she said kindergarten or something, so maybe 5, 6 years old max. You know, anywhere. Well, she could be anywhere between, I don't remember exactly, but 4 to 6. So like, he would have been like maybe 10, let's say. So like, what the fuck happened? I don't know. Anyway. I still remember that look Kazuki had while crying, but I've forgotten the vow I made. I failed to properly watch out for my brother. You've consciously forgotten it, but you might have still remembered in your heart. Isn't that why you keep reaching out to your brother, no matter how often he rejects you? Yanagi slowly spoke up after being quiet and listening for a while. Drawn in by his manner, I looked to Yanagi. His words and expression were kind. Yeah, and just as you still haven't forgotten the warmth you received from your brother, I'm sure that your brother hasn't forgotten the kindness and affection you showed him. He's at a difficult age, and so it is what it is. The situation may get worse before it gets better, but this phase won't last forever. He's 18. He's a moody teenager. But, like, pretty funny. Even if siblings aren't compatible, they're always connected somehow, no matter how little they get along. If you've truly decided to sacrifice for your brother's benefit, then never give up. If you're persistent, he'll understand someday. Yes, thank you very much. I'd been etching Yanagi's words into my heart. I hoped he was right. I wanted to believe him. I have a much older brother. When I was young, I decided I couldn't stand him just because. I always felt like he was talking down to me just because he was a grown-up. Well, to be fair, he did call me an idiot all the time, but I was overly sensitive to it at my age. He called you an idiot? That makes him sound just like Sasazuka. Yeah, they might have a slight resemblance, but Sasazuka isn't as cold-blooded as my brother. He's cold-blooded. He prioritizes reputation and appearance. I suppose you could call him a public servant. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Is the chief of police your older brother? Because that sounds like legit like your older brother. You know what I mean? Is Minagishi your older brother? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He could be. Same, almost similar color hair. Are his eyes similar color to yours? Oh my god. He's the only one, because Morioka doesn't look like him, but I'm just saying. Their personalities never quite meshed. But I wouldn't call my brother a bad person. He's bringing up the I'm just... Who's your brother? I took everything my brother said at face value. I'm sure that I was the one who bothered him more by reacting like a brat. I see. Well, that's how things were. Seems stupid when I think about it now. It's kind of charming to imagine you losing your temper at everything your brother says. You really don't have to imagine that. But it does make me curious. What exactly were you like when you were little? When I was little, I was a child. Well, I mean, he said it like it was obvious. I mean, it is obvious. When I was little, I was a child. When I was little, I was a child too. How fucking weird. Like, I just meant that I was far more childish than other children my age. It was hard for me to imagine the mature Yanagi that I knew as a child. It was especially bad from elementary school to middle school. You could say that I was a delinquent. A delinquent? You? No way. Maybe he did bad things to us. Maybe he hurt us. I was involved in an incident and it was, you were mean, you beat me up or something. Anything else and there's no way you could fall in love with Yanagi. You're like, that's fucking creepy. I don't care. Like, if we were, that's gross. Like, did you steal my candy? Did you punch me? Did you, like, were you beating up someone and I saw you and, like, you traumatized me? Like, what happened? I really couldn't fathom how that was at all possible. The Yanagi I knew bore no resemblance to what he was describing to me. Does it surprise you that much? It's not surprising. It's more like completely unthinkable. I expect you to just say that you were lying. That bad, huh? Well, it's hard to imagine you on a motorcycle wielding a baseball bat and with blonde hair. The image pretty much broke my imagination. He's like, blonde hair and a motorcycle doesn't make you a bad... I love how her brain just goes to that. It's like, oh, as a delinquent, you were riding a motorcycle with a baseball bat and blonde hair? Because is that delinquent Fuck, I feel bad for blondes that go to Japan. You're a delinquent! Yeah, blonde hair. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Why did she go to that image? I didn't dye my hair. As for the bat and bike, sure, close enough. Close enough? Also, I had piercings. Piercings? That did it. My mind had broken. He had to be playing a joke on me. I want to see a picture of young Yanagi. I want to see delinquent Yanagi. We need a fucking picture of that. Motherfucker, I need a picture of that shit. What about the way you talked? Did you roll your R's and stuff like that? You're getting awfully into this. Are you obsessed with delinquent life? You're getting awfully into this. It's like she has a naughty fantasy. I have porn mags about this. I mean, like, what the fuck? No, but the idea that you were once a delinquent is just too out there for me to imagine. Do you have pictures? I guess I probably had a dirty mouth. And probably a mean expression to match. You kind of have one now. Like, you seem kind of grumpy sometimes, but... could you maybe talk a little bit like you used to? What? This is fucking hilarious. Well, I'm still having trouble accepting this picture. Ask for pictures, Spacey. Talk the way I used to talk. Yanagi thought about it for a while. I waited for it, my heart pounding. This is gonna be good. Nah, forget it. Aww. If I did, you might get charmed by it and go into some kind of shock. Charmed? I have no idea what you mean. I literally can't imagine it after all. Anyway, you could basically just describe my past self as the archetypical delinquent. Delinquent, with a bat in hand, driving a motorcycle through the hallways while destroying windows. Even Aiji Yanagi lived that bittersweet life in his youth. What the fuck? Archetypal delinquent. Your culture is strange, Japan. Like, what the hell? Like, it's amazing. This world is really full of wondrous mysteries. This route isn't as funny as Sadaishi's route, but this is a good part. This is good. I like this a lot. This is amazing. Is it really that strange to you? I'm not understanding this. He had a wry smile, but I didn't back down. When I firmly nodded in agreement, Yanagi just shrugged. In agreements? That's just the kind of kid I was. All I did was cause my family unnecessary worries. I don't see them anymore, but I like to think my pursuit of X-Day is protecting them in some way. He doesn't see them anymore. Are you are you and your family far apart? They're not in Shinjuku, but they're in Tokyo. It's just been years since I've seen them. Uh, when I became a police officer, I cut ties to my family. The same goes for my friends, too. Why? Yanagi looked at me gently in response to my thoughtless question. So Minagishi is not your older brother because he would know. Like, you wouldn't cut ties with him, but I don't know. I could see quiet conviction in his eyes. When I decided to become a police officer, I made up my mind to fight this fight alone. Being a detective is particularly dangerous. A worst case scenario, my position could become a threat to the people important to me. Plus, I changed my name. I'm gonna guess. Because they made an allusion to it, like, earlier when they were talking about, like, his file and things were changed, and, like, or something about the records, and I was like, did he change? My first impression was he changed his name. Like, that's when she looks up Yanagi and the thing, like, oh, blah, 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 there's stuff missing. But then it's like he could have changed his name, so, like, the person that we know as Yanagi is just not the person he used to be. You know, it's not young Yanagi. Young Yanagi is not young Yanagi. He's young, whatever the hell his name was. I didn't want that. I understood the logic. Still, it was a drastic determination to sever all ties to his private life. You told me the reason you quit the police is because you wanted to protect everything. Is that also why you cut ties to your friends and family? Yeah. As a cop, he didn't want to become a liability to anyone, so he gave up his relationships and then sacrificed his police career. Everything Yanagi did was to protect others. He had no qualms about self-sacrifice. Why does he go so far? It's true that when you're in the police, there are things you can't protect because of the rules. But does quitting the police give you the ability to protect everything? Isn't it impossible to protect so much? I didn't voice my concerns, but they existed. And perhaps my thoughts took this route because I was aware of my own powerlessness. Of course, I know they're just noble intentions. Inagi looked calm. Honestly, I protected many people as a cop. I gained confidence that I could help people. The reason I couldn't protect everyone wasn't because the police organization was wrong. I was just too weak. And when it came down to it, I didn't have the guts to shoot a criminal. Huh? Even when I'm facing an assailant who's hurt others, I never think of taking their life. Crimes must have a fitting punishment, but ending criminals' lives just to prevent a crime is something I'd never consider. So maybe that's what they're talking about. So maybe criminals got away because he didn't kill them. You know what I mean? Like, because think about it. Like, okay, you're a cop, you run up to the scene, someone's attacking someone. Like, okay, I'm going to go after the criminal. You try to chase them, and your only option is either let them go or shoot them. He lets them go. Because you know what I mean? Like, you can't catch them. Like, you're never going to catch them. Like, they're running too fast. I'm never going to catch them. I can shoot them and kill them. But he couldn't do it. So, like, in Adonis's mind, like, you let criminals go who hurt people. Because I couldn't kill another human being. But, you know, Adonis is like, nah, kill them all. And they're killing people who, like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be penalized for your crime, but, like, you beat someone up doesn't mean you deserve to die. You should be punished so that you reflect back and you realize, you know what, beating that person up was bad. That was a bad thing to do. But, you know, Adonis is like, no, you deserve to die. So then that person's family that you now murdered for beating someone up is now pissed off and comes after you, but that's not okay? Because you just murdered their, you know what I mean? Like, how do you know that the person who they were beating up wasn't a dick and kicked a kitten? You don't know. That's why I beat them up. They kicked a kitten. Asshole. They deserved it. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway. I had a lot of thoughts in response to what Yanagi said. Agree with him. You're right. I don't believe it's right to arbitrarily hurt someone because they've committed a crime. Earlier, I decided that I'd shoot without hesitation to protect people from criminals. I knew that I needed to be clear on that in order to protect people. But not all criminals actually hurt people while committing their crimes. And it's such an obvious realization. My thinking might have been too extreme. Also, it's like one thing if you were chasing after someone and you're like, okay, I can shoot them in the leg to stop them and get them, and they're not They're injured, but they're not dead. But kill someone or know that, we'll be able to find them again. Like, I mean, I can kind of understand, like, the Adonis sentiment. Well, if you kill them, they can never hurt anyone else again. True. But just because they were beating someone up, do they deserve to die? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, huh. I mean, at a certain point, like, you watch enough, like, Law and Order and shit, and you're like, if they had just shot that rapist, he wouldn't have raped 10 other people. And you're like, well, so that, but you don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, you see someone attacking someone or, like, whatever, they're fighting, and you're going to just kill someone, and it's like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. Or, like, what if the person, like, someone punches you, so a cop shoots that person, you're like, they punched me, but that doesn't mean I wanted you to kill them. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of understand his, like, not killing people. You just never know, like, what the level... Bird. What? 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 Now you're staring at me. What? He, like, tried to pull my glass away from me, and then he's just staring at me when I'm like, what? You gonna drink? No. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, alcoholic. Did you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that. Like, people are obviously having, like, Thanksgiving celebrations, and they're screaming like somebody's beating them. It's gonna be fucking obnoxious. I don't know if it's my next door neighbors or my downstairs neighbors, but it's fucking annoying. Because it's not just people laughing. It's like, like literally, like screeching. It's kind of fucking ridiculous. Anyway. I mean, it's only 6:30, so like whatever. But still, it's like, seriously? Like, what the fuck? Anyway. It's when it's 2 o'clock in the morning on a weekday, and I'm trying to sleep, and the bitch below me is like making a fuck ton of noise. I'm like, seriously? It's fucking, okay, it's 11 o'clock at night. Shut the fuck up. Like, quiet it down, bitch. But, anyway. Random. But the bird was like, what the fuck? I know, they were cackling, like, screeching like fucking crows. It was weird. Anyway, it's such an obvious realization. My thinking might have been too extreme. To protect victims, there are times when we don't have any other choice. But we shouldn't forget the value of a life. So, I don't think what you're saying is all that strange, Yanagi. You're strong. Yanagi smiled. It was a warm, gentle smile. You have an unwavering determination, and yet you're still willing to hear people out. It's a bold, incorruptible strength. I don't think there are many people like you. I didn't know how to react when he complimented me with that kind expression. I don't have much experience, so it's just words for now. Who knows how I'll act in a real situation? You can be forthright because you're green. Your sincerity can be a weapon. And you should just stay that way. Yanagi, I want you to stay that way. Thank you. A sudden expression resonated inside of me. We are so fucking good with the target practice, though, that over anytime we're going to shoot our gun, it's like, bam, I shot his hand. Like, I picked the smallest spot. I shot his pinky finger, and it's like, she's that fucking good. She doesn't have to kill anyone. She's just like, I just injured them. I shot the gun, and it flew out of his hand. I didn't even hurt that motherfucker. I'm just saying. Scared him, but it didn't hurt him. His sudden expression resonated inside of me. Yanagi is kinder than any other person that I know. Please tell me with him we don't have to wait for a kiss till the after credit scene. I really want one before that. When I listened to him talk, I wanted to sympathize with his ideals. Yanagi's wishes and ideals were motivated by pure kindness. He wanted to protect everything. He refused to accept peace built on others' sacrifices. His ideals were easy to dismiss as fantasies, but to me, his ideals seemed beautiful. I want to help him. The desire burned fiercely in my heart. While I was thinking, Yanagi handed me several sheets of paper. He didn't say anything, so I understood. I also looked down at the papers he gave me. They were documents. They contained information about Adonis that Yanagi apparently dug up on his own. He doesn't want the caller to hear this? There was information in here that Minigishi's files hadn't contained, so I was grateful. I nodded quietly in thanks. Yanagi laughed and made small talk. Well, don't push yourself too hard. Yes, I'll try to work hard. I'm not sure whether that gives me confidence or not. It's not like that. It'll be fine. Really. Mommy, where are you? Huh? When I turned towards the source of the voice and slight footsteps, I saw that a girl had entered the park alone. She looked distraught, like she was about to cry. That's the girl from earlier. Is she lost? Maybe she got separated from her mother. I can't find Mommy! Mommy! The girl was desperately looking around for her mother. Whoa. Where are you, Mommy? Ah! The girl had run at Yanagi at full speed and was clinging to his legs now. Aw, that's so cute. She didn't go to the lady standing there. She went to the man. Hey, don't cry. We'll find your mom for you. Mommy! Flustered, Yanagi tried to calm the girl down, but it wasn't working. He's like, "The fuck do I do with this thing?" And you're like, "Who knows? Good luck with that." Spacey walks away. It seemed to me that this had stirred up some peculiar feelings in Yanagi. This might be the first time I've ever seen him so perturbed. He doesn't know what the fuck to do with kids. He's like, they'd be like me, Kimikama, what do I do with this thing? I went better than that. I collected myself and looked directly into the girl's eyes. Hey there, can I ask you something? Did you lose your mommy? Mommy isn't here. I was holding her hand the whole time. Okay, that's why you're crying. Oh, what's your name? Chiharu? Chiharu Kawamura? Chiharu? Wait. She did say Chiharu. I don't know why I read her name wrong. Did I read her name wrong? I don't remember. Thanks, Chiharu. Where's your mommy? What's your mommy's name? Haruka? Mommy? It'll be all right. Don't cry. I'll take you to your mommy. Really? Yeah, we don't want you to get lost again, so hold my hand, okay? While trying not to scare the girl, I extended my hand towards her. The little girl slowly released her tiny hands on Yanagi's legs, and then grabbed mine tightly. Phew. I could hear Yanagi's sigh of relief above me. His relief at finally being freed overwhelmed his usual decorum. I'm impressed, Hoshino. Well, this is basically what my day job consists of, except for it's usually old people. But no, I'm just kidding. Maybe you're cut out to be a hostage negotiator. I don't know about that. Dealing with suspects is different than children. That's true. Still, well done. While Yanagi chuckled in admiration, the girl looked at him. The girl was staring intently at Yanagi with bright eyes. Then she suddenly thrust her other hand at Yanagi, as if to form a chain between us. That's fucking adorable. I don't even like kids, and I'm like, oh.
Give me your hand, Uncle.
Uncle?
Yeah.
Uncle. Suppose that's probably how old I'd seem to someone her age. Uncle, huh? No, wait.
Uncle?
Fine. Just please stop calling me that. Really? A kid her age? You could be her dad. You're 28. She's probably like 6. Just saying. You should be lucky she doesn't call you grandpa. I'm old enough to be someone's grandmother, aren't I? Wait, let me do the math. Kinda, sorta, fuck. Ah! I think as my sister pointed out, when did my parents become grandparents? My sister was really young. Yeah. They were probably in their mid-40s. My sister is older than my parents were when they became grandparents. That's fucking hilarious. Wow. We have these conversations all the time. Like, do you remember? Like, my other sister, my middle sister, is like, I remember when our older sister turned like 30. God, I thought she was old. I'm like, oh shit. We're all really motherfucking old now. And I laugh and I'm like, I remember the days. I remember the days we were waking up and everything didn't fucking hurt. Shit. I'm not that old. I am that old fucking old. Jesus. Oh my god. I did the math. If you follow me on fucking Twitter, you saw me post my lovely picture of my fucking 5-disc DVD changer, and I'm like, this shit is older than half of you motherfuckers. That's sad. It really is. They posted it on fucking Instagram too, and my brother-in-law was like, they have one from like 1992 that still works, and I'm like, oh my god. I don't know if it's a 5-disc changer or what, but I'm like, man, like, that's how you know. This is how you know you're fucking old. They don't make shit like that anymore. Oh shit. That's how you know you're motherfucking old. When you get to the they don't make shit like that anymore age. When you legit have something from your childhood and you're like, They don't make shit like that anymore. Oh my god. They don't! First of all, they literally don't make shit like this anymore. You can't get a 5-disc DVD changer. I mean, it's not a Blu-ray player, obviously. Blu-ray didn't fucking exist. You're lucky DVDs fucking existed, okay? That was new shit back when I was a kid. But it's amazing. Like, they should. They fucking should. I can pop CDs in here and it's like 5-disc changer. Woo! I can pop 5 DVD. Okay. I need more because you can't watch all Harry Potter, but I could literally put the entire first season of goddamn Black Butler in there, along with Book of Murder, the DVD in there. And I got fucking Book of the Atlantic on goddamn Funimation because I have the digital code in there, so I don't have to put my DVD in. And then Book of Circus is on fucking Funimation. Season 2 isn't, but you know what? Fuck it. Fuck Season 2. We're gonna pretend that doesn't exist. Anyway, even though, I'd still watch it, but like, we're just gonna go with canon, what's in the manga, right? And I could just sit here and literally watch it, and I don't have to get up when the DVD's over. Like, shit. Now I gotta get up from my comfy spot on the couch, and I gotta walk up, change the Blu-ray. Fuck that shit. Boop, push the button on the DVD player to change us to the next fucking disc in the cartridge. Fuck yeah. Lazy. The 90s were full of lazy. I'm just saying. They really should make fucking Blu-ray DVD players like this. Or like, why the fuck does everything not have a digital code? I am fucking lazy. I don't want the DVD set. I want it on, I just want to buy the code or get it streaming so I can just flip between and I don't have to fucking get up at all. The fuck? I have movies that I have on DVD and I'm like, I want to watch this movie. Let's see if I can stream it on Netflix or something. I can't. I guess we're not going to watch it because I don't want to get up and dig through my DVDs to find it. Wow. That's fucking lazy. That is fucking dedication to laziness right here. Just telling you. Anyway. Point being, he's old enough to be this girl's father, so he shouldn't be, oh my god, uncle. Yeah. You're old enough to be your dad, Yanagi. It's not like, even if you were 23, you're probably still old enough to be your dad. I'm just saying. Could have had kids when you were in high school. Just saying. It's not like this girl's 15. She's probably like 6. Anyway, yay! It was hard not to laugh. I was hoping we'd get a CG. Oh my god, look at her. She's so fucking cute. Hinagi reluctantly gave the girl his hand, which she clutched as tightly as she did mine. Okay, see, this is how you do saucer-eyed derp face the right way, is when it's like a 6-year-old. Because then her giant eyes that are literally in her fucking cheeks are okay and it's cute and adorable. When you see that making out with some hot dude, you're like, no, it's creepy as fuck. She's supposed to be like 18. She looks 6. Stop it. This is how you do saucer eyes right. On a tiny child where you're like, it's so cute. She's like a little doll. Not on a heroine who's supposed to be in her 20s. Even if she's supposed to be in high school. Make them a little bit smaller. Don't make her look like she's 6. That's creepy. Stop it. I'm just saying. Anyway. Unagi reluctantly gave the girl his hand, which she clutched as tightly as she did mine. I'm just so excited for this because I was really hoping. I'm like, when she grabbed his hand, I'm like, I hope we get a CG of this. Like, ee! She laughed so happily you'd never have guessed she was bawling a second ago. She wasn't alone anymore, and these nice people would take her to her mother. I'm sure she was smiling out of relief. Oh! Look at how precious Yanagi looks. Holding this kid's hand, it's adorable. Good grief. What a surprise. For some reason, I'd assumed that you would be used to dealing with kids. I've never really had the chance to interact with them like this. But even his clumsy method of hand-holding seemed to calm him down. It looked to me like he didn't know quite how much strength to put into his grip.
Uncle, you're so big. You're even bigger than Daddy.
Uncle again.
Hey, are you two a cup pull?
Cup pull? What? An unexpected word slipped out of this child's mouth, even though she looked to be only in primary school. Do you even know what that word means?
Yep, cup pulls kiss each other. They're, lovey-dovey.
Young kids sure know a lot these days.
So are you really a cup pull?
No, calm down. Inagi paused, perhaps to think of a way to explain so that the girl would understand. He was unable to mask his bewilderment. He didn't know what expression to make. We probably look like a family right now, don't we? You're the father, and I... Yanagi was troubled, so I tried to fill the silence when it struck me. If Yanagi was the father, then that made me the mother. In other words, it was a terribly embarrassing image to see at the spur of the moment. If I say so myself, she's like, we look like a family. You're the father, I'm the mother. Oh my God, we had sex. Oh my God, this is... Ah! I can't believe she didn't think that through. She's like, well, you're the father, and oh, I should not have said that. Should not have said that? Come on, stop calling me that. I guess that would make both of you my little sisters. Isn't she way too young to be your sister? I was kidding. Don't take it so seriously. Well, you really are like a sister. That hurts me. I wasn't sure if I was happy to hear that. It was a complicated feeling. Internally, I hummed in agreement, and the girl gripped my hand a little tighter.
Will I really see my mommy?
You will. Unagi answered quickly, as if to dispel his own doubts. I didn't detect a hint of hesitation.
Really?
Absolutely. You see, Uncle is a detective. And where is she hiding? Or even if she's lost, I'll definitely find your mom. Oh, no matter where she's hiding. Or even if she's lost, I'll definitely find your mommy.
Really?
The girl tilted her head as she looked up at me. Really, it's the truth. Look at how adorable this is. I fucking love this CG. It's so fucking cute. Holy shit. I nodded with a smile, and the girl's face immediately brightened. Even the fucking little kid. I hate kids, and she's so fucking cute. You're like, look, she's so cute. I want to pinch her little kid cheeks. Uncle is the world's greatest detective, so he can find anybody. I'm sorry, he's not Sherlock Holmes. Stop.
Oh, yay!
Unagi watched over the girl with a smile as she cheered up. The sight warmed my heart.
Uncle, big sis, thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.
A brief while later, we found the girl's mother. Unagi sighed while watching the happy family's reunion. So, if I recall correctly, you called me uncle back there, didn't you? Well, I didn't want to call you brother and confuse the poor girl. I guess it wouldn't be odd for a guy that's already 28 years old. You should have kids.
Why don't you have children yet, Yanagi? What's up with you, darling? You're too old for this shit.
You know what's nice about being old? People are like, are you gonna get... I'm too old for that shit. Don't even ask. Too fucking old. Too fucking old. Close for business. Too old. It's the benefit. When you're in your 20s, everyone's like, oh my God, when are you gonna get married and have babies? And you're like, fuck you. And when you're my age, people are like, when are you gonna die? Like, are you prepared to die? You're getting old. I'm not that old. People are like, oh, I'm like, what, a spinster, an old maid? Yeah. Fucking spinster. I like that. It's a little depressing, but, you work with it. Anyway. Oh, so we're 7 years apart. She's only 21? Damn. She's like a bait. How are you out of college? When do you graduate college? When you graduate college when you're 21? I mean, wait. I mean, I did. The first time. Well, I graduated before that because I went to a 2-year college. And then when I went back, it was later. But if I continued, I would have been 21 because I started college when I was 17. Because, like, most people graduate high school when they're 18. She must not have gone to actual college. If she just went to the police academy, it wouldn't take as long if she didn't go to actual, like, you know what I mean? Like, most people are like, I'm going to go, like, so she just went into the police academy. So that makes sense. Okay. So, like, because, like, most people her age are, like, partying it up in college and getting shit-faced. What's the drinking age in Japan? I'm just saying. But, like, most people don't graduate until they're, like, 22. You know what I mean? Because they usually graduate high school at, like, 18. I was younger because my birthday's at the end of the year in October. So I technically graduated at 17 and then I turned 18 that year, but I had already started college at that point. Younger makes me look smarter. It really wasn't. Anyway. As Yanagi muttered, I realized that our ages were pretty far apart. Pretty far apart? Oh, sweetie. Wow. Maybe that was the reason that Yanagi always struck me as mature. He's reliable, decisive, and kind, But he'll walk a lonely path for his desire to protect everything around him. Although, why does he want to date a 21-year-old? But I guess it's different. You're not usually like that. Oh my god, I can't wait to go on spring break, right? She's not that typical girl. She's not the typical 21-year-old. She's not the stereotypical 21. I shouldn't say typical. Stereotypical. The stereotype. But, like, also, you're not the stereotype of a 28-year-old because most people are married by 28. Like, Jesus! You're like an old maid, Yanagi! It's okay if I make fun of him because I'm, like, way older than that. That depresses me. Anyway, not way older. Way older. Definitely. There's more difference between my age and his age than his age and her age. Let's just put it that way. Anyway. But he'll... Oh, I already read that. Today, when we were with the lost child, Yanagi had flashed a smile at me that I had never seen him make before. It was a natural smile, the sort he might have made when we still had our everyday lives. He strongly wanted to reclaim that life, even though it required him to meddle. I always thought you were mature, but I guess you're not quite an uncle yet. Fearing my genuine thoughts, I tossed off a light-hearted remark. I get weird feelings when you praise me like that. Oh, you get weird feelings, Yanagi. It's like you don't understand. I'll tell you what those are. Hold on, honey. We gotta have this conversation. It bothers you more than I expected. I'm still on active duty, you know. You'll be okay. You're not retiring anytime soon. Are you enjoying this? Seriously. Yanagi shrugged while chuckling just a little bit. Well, Hoshino, you know what to do. If anything happens, let me know right away. Yes, sir. Good work today. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Or thanks. See you tomorrow. Mochito left the room, ready to go home. I watched him leave, and then I picked up a file of documents. Here's the thing. So they change, and they leave their uniforms in their lockers, and then they go home. I mean, that makes sense, because you're like, okay, well, I don't have to worry about, like, if you're in your uniform and you're not at work, like, or like for her running around the town after the fact. Blah, blah, blah. She's always in her cop uniform. She's not. But, like, it's kind of almost weird because it's not like, oh, I bring my uniform with me to work and I change and then what do you do when it's dirty? Because, like, if you're even if you're just sitting there, at some point you've got to wash it. Do you take it home with you that night? You're like, okay, well, this week is I'm gonna take it home and wash it this week. Like, you know what I mean? And, like, I feel like that would drive people crazy who are like the weirdos who have to wash their clothes. Like, I wore the shirt, I put it on. Nope, I have to wash it. It would drive people crazy who like have to wash their clothes every time they wear them. You know what I'm saying? Like socks and underwear, you wash every time you wear them. If you like go for like if you're out and you're sweaty, okay, you can wash your shirt after you wear it. But like most of the time, like getting up, go to work, put clothes on, work clothes, go to work, come home. I don't get that disgusting and sweaty that I need to wash my clothes every time. That ruins your clothes and it makes them not last as long. Like you don't have to wash your clothes every single time you wear them. Extenuating circumstances, like, oh, I spilled something on this, I gotta like wash it, or like, wow, it was really, I went outside, it was sweaty, yeah, wash it. But like, most of the time you don't need to. You should wash your pants if you're the person that doesn't wear underwear though, because like, if you don't wear underwear and you don't wash your pants every time you wear them, it's like wearing your underwear more than once, and that's disgusting. Like, I just never understood that. People are like, I go commando. Do you wash your pants every time you wear them? No. Ew. Would you wear your underwear more than once? No, that's gross. But you wear. Okay, hi, hello. The fuck? I just don't understand that. I don't understand it. Look, nobody likes wedgies. Nobody likes underwear crammed up your ass, but it sure beats a pair of jeans crammed up your ass, is all I'm saying. So. The random conversations we have. You're welcome. Anyway. Mochita left the room to get ready to go home. It's something I wonder when she says I changed into my uniform. Like, when do you take it home to wash it? I don't know why it matters to me. I don't know why I think of these things. And I'm like, when the fuck do you take it home to wash it? But this is the shit that goes on in my brain. Like, I think of these weird things. Actual details that matter to the game, I don't fucking notice. But shit like that, I'm like, when do you wash your uniform though? Like, you take it home every once in a while? Like, how does that work? Like, does it matter? No, but I want to know. Curious. Anyway. When Cheetah left the room to get ready to go home, I watched him leave and then I picked up a file of documents. I was on standby here until morning. Others were working, but it was pretty empty. It's already morning. It's almost fucking midnight. Everyone was working, so while the office wasn't abandoned, it was definitely quiet. And not many reports came in today, so we don't have much work. It's good timing. I can dive into these X-Day files. I opened the massive stack of files, planning to review all of the cases from the beginning. Huh. What? Suddenly, the station had burst into activity. You can hear a siren in the background. Okay. I heard all of a sudden when she said suddenly, I was like, wait, is there a siren in the background? Suddenly, the station had burst into activity. Oh, I already read that. The people that had stayed behind were flustered, and I could hear concerned voices. An X-Day homicide! Oh, it's an X-Day homicide. Anyone who can leave now needs to move out now. An X-Day incident? I hastily opened a web browser and checked the video site. I had to wait a bit for the site to load. Maybe the server was overloaded. And then the familiar intro played. Oh, I'm curious about this one. They never talk about it. In the video, there were 3 people frozen still on what appeared to be a rooftop. All of them were blindfolded. Their footing was extremely precarious, and it looked like they could fall at any time.
These people have committed a naughty crime. Do you know that thanks to them, 3 pitiable people have died? Family's reunion.
Family's reunion is
Not allowed, but they acted like these things were second nature to them.
family. Wait, what? Did you know thanks to 3 people died? Family's reunion is not allowed, but they acted like these things were second nature to them. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Isn't ignorance scary? That's all it takes to kill someone. All of you watching, are you curious about what will happen to them? Are you? Anyone with a curious nature would wonder, wouldn't they? Obviously, they'll receive an appropriate punishment for their crimes. We have Adonis shall dish it out.
Looks like a woman's hands that pushes them. So I'm curious, though, who did that? Like, we never find out. Then, a slender hand gently pushed the people. Could have been Sadaishi, too. I'm just saying. Like, the video ended. But he would have brought it up in his. But anyway, this means a random thought stood out in my head. Something was off. No, deja vu? I received a call on the internal line. I picked up the receiver. SRCPO speaking. An X-Day incident has occurred. Emergency meeting at Investigations HQ. Hurry! Yes. Here's the thing that I don't understand. We've never... Oh, good, we're gonna get Adonis. We've never investigated this one and nothing's ever been brought up about it, you know? Huh. The enforcer. Huh. But what, like, who did they kill and like why? Like, they never bring that one up. Like, we understand that all the incident. What was the first murder that happened before the fire? Fuck, hold on. Wait. No, we don't have anything on that. Huh. I'm just trying to think if we... Well, I guess we don't. No. The fire happened, and that was Sugawara killing a stalker. But that's because Ogata had killed her stalker, so that's like the thing. The bombing, which hasn't happened yet, but that will happen, that's Akito because of... like that, for taking care of his sister. That was... She did the murder. Oh, that guy. Right. So that we know... Well, no. So was it Manabu Soda who shot the other guy? Because the Keisuke guy, I forget what his last name is, the guy who's voiced by Lupin, admitted to killing these guys, killing all of those people from August, right? And then when we did, so maybe Manabu Soda was the one who killed the guy, because we did that one in, we did that one in Sasazuka's route, I think, you know, because he was obsessed with the game and blah blah blah, and then he lost his memory, and then we know that the kids killed, but the weird thing is the kids killed the girl, But this one doesn't make sense to me, the one that we did in Sadaishi's, because like the one guy killed the other the other guy, Tsunemori killed Hachisuka, right? And then because they drove the boy and the girl, their mother, to suicide. So then they somehow convinced the kids, kind of convinced Tsunemori to kill Hachisuka. But then they killed the other girl. They basically took care of their own crime. It's not a substitution crime if they're taking care of basically the people who murdered their mother or responsible for the death of their mother and father. So that one's like a weird exception. Like every other one has like a circle effect, right? But then what are these ones that the people get pushed off a building? They never go into detail on this one. So like who are these people and who killed them? I mean, obviously we're going to find out because something's happening. So maybe this is something that'll come up in Yanagi's, but it's funny because I always forget about it and then this happened. It's like, whoa, wait. The other ones we kind of know the story roughly, but this one we really don't. We never, it's always like this happened, people get pushed off a roof and you're like, oh. Anyway. Zero, the enforcer caused another incident. What in the world are you thinking? You understand, don't you? At this rate, any semblance of law and order will vanish. This isn't how we imagined our ideals were going to be expressed. Yes, I realize that we need indomitable power to preserve order. At times, violence is the deterrent that prevents greater evil, and it carries a cost to implement. But this amount is clearly excessive, as so many have been hurt and are suffering. Are you really fine with this? I've said this from the beginning. I worry that you may not be able to tolerate this much sorrow. And to say that suffering is necessary is... Why must we create any more than is necessary? We've more than adequately shown our power. He seems like he's doubting. Interesting. It seems that your vision already differs from mine. Zero, please. And no more. See what I'm saying? He's a cop. That is exactly the fucking cop star. That is the fucking... Mochida's chin is way too wide, but I'm just saying that he's a cop or a former cop because he's got that fucking pin on. And we know it's not Sadaishi because, like, Sadaishi and Zero were in the same room. And unless it's fucking Yanagi, but again, I don't think it could be Yanagi because why would in the bad ending with Sadaishi where we went and shot people, and like we were like, I killed Yanagi today. Why would Yanagi send us out to kill Yanagi? That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody else took over and like that's supposed to be the explanation is like, oh well, somebody took over and had us kill Zero who was Yanagi, but that doesn't make sense. Like that'd be too like far out there. So, but it is definitely somebody in the police force because that pin looks 100% like. I mean, seriously, like I want like. Hold on. I just want to go back. Yeah, it looks... Yeah, it's fucking that. It's the same fucking pin. It's just darker because it's under his cloak and everything. But it's the same fucking shit. Like, I just had to go back because I wanted to, like, examine it closer. Like, is it supposed to just look similar? No, it's the fucking thing. And I've noticed that from the very beginning. Like, that fucking pin looks goddamn the same. And I was like, isn't that the same? It's the fucking same. Like, he doesn't have the detail look. It looks... I mean, they got the detail in the center, but it almost looked like there was more detail on either side of this, like, pinnacle, like, the point. But still, it could have just been shadows, whatever. It's a fucking... It's someone. And I don't think it could be, Mochida, because his chin is too wide. But it could be Minagishi. And I wonder if it could be Sayaki. And of course, it could just be we draw his face different so that you don't know who it is. You know what I mean? Like, just to throw you off. But it's someone in the fucking police, dude. It's fucking someone. I'm starting to wonder about you now. Suspicious of fucking everybody. Anyway, I am going to wrap this part up here because we just started chapter 3. We're at time. But this is a good enough place to stop. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.